In the shadows we find our light. Through the struggles we'll take flight. Healing hearts and mending minds. Together we'll leave the past behind. Welcome to Prosperity Podcast, where hope is found. Voices rising up, breaking new ground. With every story shared, we grow and learn. In this journey of healing, it's our turn. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Oh yeah, mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Trauma whispers, but love will shout. In this space of trust, there's no doubt. We'll explore the depths of pain and grace, finding strength in every embrace. Welcome to Prosperity Podcast, where hope is found. Voices rising up, breaking new ground. With every story shared, we grow and learn. In this journey of healing, it's our turn. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Take a breath and join the ride. Together we'll walk side by side with open hearts and open minds. In this podcast space, true peace we'll find. Welcome to Prosperity Podcast, where hope is found. Voices rising up, breaking new ground. With every story shared, we grow and learn. In this journey of healing, it's our turn. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Prosperity Podcast, a safe space for people healing from trauma. Prosperity Podcast, a safe space for people healing from trauma. Prosperity Podcast, a safe space for people healing from trauma.
All right. All right. All right.
All right, all right.
Hello, everyone. I see that we had a little rough start in the beginning to getting on everybody. I want to take this moment before I get into the introduction. Dr. Brown, if you would like to share, I don't know if you shared on your social media or you'd like a moment just to get that out there, so we can get the
Mhm,
viewers up. I'm gonna
mhm.
take a moment as well to share so we can get the views up for tonight. Um, so let's take about 20 seconds, 20, 30 seconds to get out there. Thank you for the viewers that are already tuned in. And we will get started shortly. All right. I hope everybody's week, well, Monday has been great. Hope it's been a great Monday. And hope you're ready to learn some insightful things from Dr. Stephanie Brown. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So yeah, you are you ready to go, Dr. Brown? Hello? I have some technical difficulties. Did you freeze up, Dr. Brown? Bear with us 1 second, y'all. Trying to figure out if all is good. Dr. Brown, it seems like you have froze up. I'm gonna try to get her back on there. Again, if you're just now tuning in, just want to share with you that we have an amazing guest this week. As you can see, she's froze. But glory be to God, we're gonna get her back on there. The devil always attacks the most when it's great things happening. So we're gonna pray that any technical difficulties right now in the name of Jesus, they they are not interfering with this podcast episode or any podcast episode moving forward. That we're going to this podcast episode is going to continue to go on. It's gonna do what it needs to do. And We're going to hear some great words of encouragement, resilience, embracing, just some humor or whatever needs to be tonight from Dr. Brown. Um, one moment to see if I can get her on here. Okay. Okay. Right. In the meantime, for anybody that is tuned in right now, why don't you drop some questions or even comments or some greetings in the chat? Let me know that you in here. And while you're at it, if you're not already subscribed to Prosperity Podcast, please go click subscribe and hit that bell so you'll always know when there's an upload or a video or anything that's going on with Prosperity Podcast. So yes, I'm encouraging any and everybody that's watching, drop something in the chat. Let's get conversation started. Even if it's a prayer or just send a prayer up so we can get this podcast going. Um, this will happen tonight in the name of Jesus. So yeah, yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Miss Carter. Thank you. In the name of Jesus. See how God he be working fast. Dr. Brown, can you hear me?
Hey,
Hey, yes, you had froze up.
yeah,
Okay,
girl.
we sitting here sending up prayers. It's like the devil really don't like it when good things are happening. So we're definitely, sending up prayers, making sure that any technical difficulties, this podcast and moving forward, it will not happen. So yes, yes, yes. We're about to get into this podcast segment. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. All right. Tonight's topic is Unbreakable, a journey of resilience, healing, and hope. Everyone, welcome back to Prosperity Podcast. This week, we have a very special, truly inspiring guest named Dr. Stephanie Brown. It's not just a name, she embodies resilience, strength, and an unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. As a stage 4 breast cancer warrior, Stephanie Brown has embarked on a profound journey that transcends mere survival. Her story is one of unbreakable determination, healing through hardship, and the hope that shines even in the darkest moments. Would you like to take a moment to share some stuff about yourself or promote a business?
Sure.
Anything.
Sure. Okay. Okay. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer April 21st, 2022, the day after 420, if you know what I mean. Uh got the biopsy results that came back positive. So now we were at the point of staging the disease to figure out what treatment would be. Well, I started getting mammograms at the age of 40 because my mom transitioned from breast cancer in 2003, August 12th, 2003, 7:45 a.m. Reason why I know the time because we made her DNR and I was the one that told him to stop working on my mother at that time. She was diagnosed before the age of 50, so they told my sister and I that we had to start getting our mammograms at age 40. So from 40 to 52, I, did my mammograms. They were always read as normal, dense, and with calcifications. What I didn't know at the time, and my healthcare provider didn't know at the time, is that dense breast tissue can increase your risk for breast cancer. It's like if you go to mydensitymatters.com, it shows you the categorization of density from class A to class D. A and B is like really fatty breast tissue. C and D is like really dense breast tissue. So mine was a D. And if you look at the picture on the website, it looks like you're looking for a snowflake in the middle of a snowstorm. So they will never be able to see it unless they do a diagnostic mammogram or ultrasound or MRI. Mine was always screening, but always read as normal. So I was finally diagnosed and had the different modalities done to figure out what stage I was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, what type of cancer I had. I had lobular breast cancer, stage 4. That means it had spread outside the breast. So by the time I identified the lump on my right side, putting on lotion, it had been growing for some time. So when we were staged, I I found out I had the breast cancer in my tailbone. I didn't have it in the brain yet. We didn't do a liver MRI, which was surprising because usually with breast cancer, it spreads to uh, your liver, your lung, your bone, and so they scan those things to see what stage you are, so they can figure out how to treat you. But we didn't do abdominal MRI, so I didn't find out about that. I found out later that I had liver mets, and I had brain radiation in September 23, 10 doses. After well, I went to the radiation oncologist. Is an Indian guy, really smart guy, really handsome guy. All them Indians be cute. But anyway, um he said I had to do 10 doses Monday through Friday. It's about 15. It's not like a 15-minute appointment. They had to make this mask. I should have showed a picture of the mask for you to put on your head so they could only zap you at the places that they need to zap. And it's real quick. So they said I need to do 10 doses Monday through Friday, 5 that week. I said, well, I could start Thursday, but I can't do Friday because I'm gonna be traveling with Bears Nation to Kansas City for the Chiefs versus Kansas City Chiefs game. And I'll be back. But so I did 10 doses of that. And what made me my oncologist get the radiation was because I work in customer service for a company called Home Chef, and I had a difficult time figuring out what I wanted to say when I was talking to the customers, and that ain't normal for me. So I mentioned it to my oncologist. She said, well, we need to get another brain MRI to see if you have any lesions now. And we found that I did. So that's why I ended up getting the brain radiation. So I did 10 doses of that. We went to Kansas City and whooped on them Bears real quick. That shit was hilarious. But so with the stage 4, they can't treat you for cure because it's already metastasized. So it's considered a chronic disease at this point. And so you just do chemo to monitor the cells and try and hope that no new cancer cells pop up. Well, this is my 7th change in medication due to the increase of cancer cells. I got a new lesion in my frontal lobe, which affects your personality. It hasn't affected mine. New lesions in the left lobe of the liver. In case you don't know anatomy, the liver has 2 lobes, right and left. And I had to get on the intervention radiologist about how to biopsy me, because the new lesions are on the left. So oncology say we need to do a biopsy to see what's going on the left. That makes sense to me. So they got me all prepped. They couldn't start my IV, which is annoying as all get out. Ugh. So they got me in the procedure room, and the MA, medical assistant nurse, I don't know who she was. She gonna push the medicine, the Versed and fentanyl, really fast through the IV, and it burnt my vein. I was like, hey, you need to push the medication in because that shit burn. If you do it another time and it burn me, then I'm gonna hit you. So she eased it in because I guess she took my threats for value because that's what the fuck I meant. So the intervention radiologist comes in, Asian woman. I said, did my oncologist tell you which lobe to biopsy? She said, no, we make that determination. I'm like, no, you don't. The new lesions are on the left, so that means you need to do the left. We already know what's going on the right. What you mean? So if y'all got me prepped for right, y'all need to prep me for left. So they gave me some sedation through IV, local anesthetic, and they was preparing me for the biopsy. This lady got the stabbing on me. I said, wait a minute. You just gonna stab me and not say nothing? She's like, well, I said you're gonna feel a pinch. I said, obviously I didn't hear you. The reason why you didn't hear me because you're sedated. Obviously I'm not sedated enough because I'm talking to your ass. What the fuck you mean? So she like, oh shit, she want a smart one. Absolutely. My name is Dr. Brown. I'm not a GED bitch. Don't do that. So she had to hurry up and get get this nigga up out of here. Took me to recovery and got yeah. I ended up having abnormal pap smear. Had to do a DNC. That's dilation and curettage of the cervix. We found cancer in the cervix. So I just got a whole body full of breast cancer cells that's traveling saying, "What's up? Join the love train. The love train." It's just moving around, Chad. But
So,
I know in the thought of numerology, 7 means completion. I'm on my 7th change of medication.
so
The
with I'm
Go
sorry.
ahead, I'm sis. Go ahead,
So
sis.
with the number seven, and you saying that meaning, has that number seven always been a meaning for you?
Yeah.
And I just want to share, like, I've been going through some of these questions because you're already answering a lot of the questions that I have, but
Okay, go ahead.
giving great information. So that number
Yes,
seven,
ma'am.
number of
Yeah.
completion, what does that mean to you, and has that always meant something to you?
It means the completion has always been something for to me since I've been in church. I've been in church since I was in elementary school. I attended St. Mark's Presbyterian Church down there on near Woodland, where the Reverend Sam E. Mann was the pastor, a white boy from Alabama, civil rights pastor. You hear me? And our church was right across from the projects. Come on, friend. Come on, friend. So I've been involved with church since elementary school. Got baptized when I was a teenager. Me, matter of fact, my twin brother Stephen and my sister Carmelita, all three of us got baptized at the same time. So I've known about the number. And so the my church that I was attending, called New Covenant Southeast Church here in Chicago, where Pastor John Hanna is the pastor and our executive pastor is Reverend Dr. Jermone Glenn. Our theme this year is the year of manifestation. So everything is manifesting as God said. Because when I was diagnosed, I could see it clear. On April 21st, 2022, which was a Thursday, that Saturday, I'm in the ladies' room, and God showed me I will be talking on stages about my test about my testimony. So I knew He was already going to take me through. I just had to get through it. You know what I'm saying? And I did a Reiki session with one of my sorors, and she said, well, she had me on a massage table, and she said, breathe in, breathe out. And then I got, really calm. Then I start shaking my left foot because I do that to calm myself and make myself go to sleep because I'm very rhythmic. And so she's not touching me. She's just washing her hands over my body. So I felt like a little flutter over my eyelid. I felt some sensation in my right breast, and then sensation in my cervix or uterus because I have fibroids. The tumor was on the right. So we finished, and she gives me the report. She said, "You are the first patient that took a long time to go down." That means I couldn't relax. She said, "Did you notice your left foot? You kept tapping your left foot." I'm like, "No." She said, "Well, I want you to know that your breast cancer journey is different than your mother's breast cancer journey. And I need you to sit in your diagnosis." I was like, "What do you mean sit in? I've accepted it and I'm started treatment. What do you mean sit in?" What? She's like, "Sit there, meditate on it, and see what God is trying to do." I said, "Okay, I get it." Then she said the pressure in the right breast, that's the breast cancer, and then the pressure in the uterus, that's the fibroids. Everything she said made sense.
So,
So go ahead, friend.
so when she said sit in that, during that time, was there things additionally that you had to process that you feel that you are still processing outside of the cancer?
Not no. I knew I had cancer. I knew I had to start this particular treatment because the tumor was fed by estrogen and progesterone. So I know they had to put me in menopause, and that's a whole humdinger. Them hot flashes are the devil. I can walk outside right now and it's 20 below. Long as my torso is wrapped, I gotta have my feet uncovered. Otherwise, I will be on fire and I have spontaneous combustion. I can't do it.
So So
So I was clear as to what I was needed to do. I was just taking those steps to go along with that.
yes, ma'am. So Dr.
Mm.
Brown, what is some of the biggest or one big challenge that you have battled with since being diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer, or just the cancer in fibroids in general?
Fatigue and walking. Fatigue and walking.
So
I,
in
it takes me a long time to walk. I gotta stop and catch my breath. It's a whole. I'm walking around here like I'm an 80-year-old, and I'm 55. So
and I
that's the main thing.
and I do want to go back to a couple sentences of what you said, because you said SOAR. Um, what does SOAR mean? Like you're part of a sorority?
Yeah, I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Okay, so I'm assuming you got some of your sisters in here watching.
I don't know who in there, friend. I sent out all kind of stuff. I don't know who in there.
Well, hello to our sisters, and thank you for joining. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I noticed on your social media, you're definitely on my mom's from my mom's page. Like you're always. It's your sisters and you. Are they a huge support in your cancer journey?
Yes, they are.
Awesome, awesome.
Yes, they are.
I love that. Yes, yes. Um, wow. It is always good to have support through the toughest times in your life, and to know that
It,
you can lean on to other people. That's great.
mm-hmm.
Have one of your
It
sisters
is.
here,
Who's
Latoya
that?
Godfrey.
Yes. Hey, what's up, Toya? Tanya, what up, baby? No, Latoya Godfrey is in Kansas City.
Well, it
You a
says,
soror?
Latoya Godfrey says, "Oop, oop, love you, classmate."
Okay, yeah, she's a soror then. Come on with it, baby. Look at my souped out cane. Look at that marble, baby. They can't mess with me, friend. They
Yes.
can't mess with me.
And if y'all have any
Oh,
questions for Dr. Stephanie Brown, please drop them in the chat. Don't be afraid to drop questions, comments, concerns, or even as well, if you're joining and you have not subscribed to Prosperity Podcast, please stop what you're doing, go subscribe, click that bell so you'll always know when we're going live. And also share, like, comment, so on, so on. Well, we're going to get into some more questions and get more in deep into the segment itself. And I want to transition into asking you some stuff about trauma.
okay.
Okay. How has your experience as a trauma survivor influenced your approach to dealing with cancer?
Um, it kind of went hand in hand. Because experienced trauma early as a child. Um, my mother married my sister's younger. No, I got a twin brother and I got a younger sister that I grew up with. So my mom married my sister's dad.
Mm-hmm.
So we have his last name Brown. But in actuality, my Stephen and myself are the children of James Howard Young, but we didn't know about it until we were 13. However, Mr. Brown is stationed in the Army. We stationed in Panama. And Stephen and I'm like a tree compared to Stephen as a stump. We walking around with these overalls on, walking up to people that know us, that's in our family, talking about, "Hi, we're twins." So we get to Panama. We had a maid, we had a dog, we lived on base. And I remember my sister's dad throwing my mother over a couch. So that was the first thing. This was before I was in kindergarten. So I remember that vividly. And he raped and killed someone while he was in Panama. So the military police came and cuffed him, and he had to sign paperwork for us to move back to the States. And then when we got back to the States, my mother divorced him. So that's early before kindergarten that I noticed my first trauma event.
So during those traumatic times, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry that happened to you, you had to experience these things
Mm-hmm.
handily. Was Were these times where you and your twin grew a tighter bond where you were not going through this trauma alone?
Having a twin brother is just like having a brother. If it was twin sister or an identical twin, I think it would be different. But it was just like having a brother, and we had a couple of similar things that happened to us as a child that we can relate to as a twin, but that was it. So no. We lived in Riverview projects down north, and we went to school in Garfield up north, in Italian town. So the last day of school, the Italians used to chase us home. One day, Stephen got hit by a car. I got hit by a car walking one of my brownies. You know the brownies in the Girl Scouts? I was a brownie. It was raining really hard. I'm crossing the walk, and I got hit by a car. So that's the only two similar things that we've experienced from child to age 55 as twins, similar events. So that's the only two things.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that. And when you do speak of, you're speaking of, you were raised in Kansas City your whole entire life until you moved to
Correct.
Chicago.
Until I went to college at Grambling State University in Grambling, Louisiana, where everybody is somebody. And our mascot is the tiger. And we are the home of the world famed marching band, where we traveled to Japan and made a video because our band is the Bomb Diggity. Carry on.
Hey, you just said your HBCU. I got a shot on mine. It's Clark Atlanta University. I'm a alumnus.
Let me talk to you about Clark Atlanta, friend. I went to y'all homecoming. They treated me like boo boo. Treated me like boo boo because I didn't go there. I'm like, oh, because I was supposed to go down there with my sword that went to Clark, and she backed out on me, and I didn't bought my shit. So I went on down there because I ain't ever met a stranger. Ask your mama. But they treated me like boo boo, but I set that shit out. But go ahead.
Hey, now look, I would, that's undergrad now, and I'm a Norfolk State University future alumni. So
Well, come on, friend, come through, come through, come through.
anytime
I
you
love
know
that.
HBCU, come on now. You said Grambling. My mom's brother, god brother, he actually went to Grambling, I believe, and he is
Okay.
he's an alpha.
Boo. He need to be the bro. He need to be the Bruz or a Kappa. Kappa because their colors, the Bruz because they the Bruz. Hello, somebody. Because I can talk on it, walk on it, speak on it, and get down if I need to, because these Negroes be acting damn donkey, and I got to put my foot down on them. But yeah, but go ahead.
So, other transition, and since we're speaking about college, in that time of being in college, was there
Mm-hmm.
any time where you dealt with any cancer scare, any fibroid scare, or any trauma that you might have felt like you were dealing with, or was that some of the best times of your life?
Best times of my life. You couldn't take nothing from me. That girl, I got there. I'm like, how am I supposed to get from the bus stop to my dorm, which is right across the street? Because you go down this hill, the Greyhound is there, Grambling State's right there. How am I supposed to get my? Because I ain't driving. I went to Grambling sight unseen. The football team had them old station wagons, packed my stuff up, and took me to the dorm. I stayed in Truth's dorm. We had dorm mothers. I said, dorm mother, where can I go to get something to eat? She said, oh, you can go to the village. I'm thinking the village? Well, all right. Girl, the village is 1 block long. Come on, friend. They got a Spivey's that sells chicken. And I'm surprised we didn't leave with high blood pressure, that so much season salt they put on that chicken. But they had something called jungle juice. If I can get the manufacturer of that, my God. They had Tiger House. They had a collegiate boutique. Oh, yeah. So I went down there. I was like, well, I guess I got to make do. So I went on and got me some of them good old Spivey's and the jungle juice.
Okay.
But I enjoyed my whole entire time there. I won't knock anybody that went to a PWI, but ain't nothing like going to a HBCU.
It's not.
Nothing.
It's not. I have to say that, but I don't know how it was
Right.
when you were going in school, but it is a little challenging now for coming from a perspective of, I don't know if it might have been the same, but for me, it's like it's challenging. You know, you definitely
Oh,
got
the whole DEI thing. Let's get rid of it because Judge, she don't know what the hell he's talking about. I got you. Go ahead, friend.
yeah. So I, you know, it's just what I I would say people go to school, whatever school they feel they should
Get
go to.
into.
But
Yeah,
being the fact that it's challenges with financial aid and all of that stuff, I hope it does get better because
yeah, we're doing that.
it's already difficult. So they trying to make it more difficult. It ain't.
Girl, we get be in that financial aid line for days, nigga. But they going to more electronics, so it's much easier. But I'm like, God damn, how long I got to move around? It's hot in hell in this gym. Yeah, they moving to more electronic, digital, because everything's digital now. It's the 20 whatever century it is. Y'all got to catch up or get left behind.
Right.
Somebody doing something wrong. Long
Jack-
day.
Jacqueline Witherspoon said, "Drop the graduate off the Cook County Hospital Pediatric Residency Program, Dr. Brown, and I serve 116 hours per week for 3 years."
Yeah, she was one of my pediatric resident buddies.
Okay. So
She helped. Go
what
ahead.
made you go into wanting to be a doctor, and what kind of doctor are you?
So I wanted to go into medicine because several of my grandparents died of cancer. So the initial thought was for me to be a cancer researcher, but research ain't my thing. So I decided to do pediatrics because I don't want to do the adult medicine because I ain't gonna argue with you about taking your medicine, sir. I ain't doing that. I can deal with the kids, teenagers specifically, because I can get in their ass. So that's how I decided. So I did pediatrics residency at Cook County Children's with Dr. Witherspoon, and I don't forget how many were in our class, but we was in the long nights, the NICU, the ER, the this and that. Oh my God. That's when we had a freestanding children's hospital. Now they have everything under one roof. So I did 3 years there, had a very difficult time with the boards. I went to Indianapolis and Riley Children's and completed my adolescent medicine fellowship. And that entails seeing patients ages 13 and 24. So you either do family practice residency, peds, or internal medicine, and then subspecialize in adolescent medicine. So that's what I did. But I had a very difficult time with the boards. So I came back to Chicago and got my master's in public health from UIC School of Public Health, where I met my good friend, soon to be PhD in nursing, with Nisha Campbell, African American female who lives in Vegas, and that's where I'm moving to.
Okay, well, you got goals, and I love that. That's
Yes,
why
I do, friend.
that's why I had to throw in their resilience because no matter
Yes,
what,
ma'am.
we're gonna continue to move forward, and that's just black women. We gonna do that. It does not matter.
Yes,
We're going to do it. It's in
yes,
our blood. It's in our genes.
yes,
That's what
yes.
it is. And
That's
your
true.
friend Jacqueline Witherspoon said, "Amen. I'm not checking grown man's testicles. 18 of us on this photo."
So it was 18 of us that graduated from the pediatric program when we came in.
That's good. And it's beautiful to know that you have someone that has been from that journey all the way to this journey. It says a lot.
Yes,
And
it does.
I it's inspirational. Is there anything during this time that you would share with women or men that are young people that are on here that may be going through some of the things you're going through or could possibly go through what you're going through?
Well, what I would say is if you're a young woman that's the age of 40, schedule your screening mammogram. If you have a strong family history, like your mom, your first cousin, your sister, your brother, your whoever, demand to have a mammogram done by your medical provider because they always say you're too young. But nowadays there are some younger women that are getting something called triple negative breast cancer, which means that there's no hormones identified to feed it. That means they don't know why they got it. So they throw the whole kitchen sink at them to try to get them cured. For prostate, uh, it's a blood test. They ain't got to stick their finger in your boo boo anymore. Um, Cervical cancer caused by not cervical cancer, and some tonsillar cancers are caused by a virus called human papillomavirus, which is something that you get from skin to skin contact, but you can avoid that by being vaccinated with Gardasil. So I got a soror now that has tonsillar carcinoma. So she's been through treatment. They took out her salivary gland, so she can't make no spit. So her mouth always dry, and then she has to go to a therapist to help her stretch out her mouth from the radiation and stretch the tissue. and she has a difficult time eating and opening her mouth. So I would suggest that people get vaccinated with Gardasil to prevent the CPV, HPV type cancers. So that's what I would recommend at this time.
I
And
agree with that because I a couple months ago had to go through my well woman exam and
mm,
age where they're just like, look, you have to get checked for this, and that. And I was so scared, but I came back negative for all. They test me for every.
that's good. That's good. Mm-hmm.
So right after that, I went ahead and got the HPV shot, and I would recommend it to anybody. I went to CVS because
Yeah.
they didn't have it growing up because it wasn't a requirement, but I would recommend to any young person that you are over the age of 30 or you're about to hit 30, get that HPV shot. Even if you're younger, because you can still get it. I know they stopped testing
Right.
for HPV over the age of, I think it's like 65 or 70
Yeah.
because I'm worried about it. But at the same time, go get HPV tested. It's cancer
Because
cells, basically. Yeah.
them old people can get down at them insisted homes,
Oh yeah.
get that check, and they be on and popping. The women of the night come in and make visits, and they drop off shit like herpes, HIV, HPV at the
Yeah.
senior homes because they still getting down.
Yeah. So we want to make sure at all times, everybody, that you're getting tested for things and you're making sure that you're healthy at all times. And I know it can be difficult because we don't want to hear positive results. We don't want to hear that we may have a like feel like we have a life sentence with something. But
Yeah,
if you know what you know, then you can get in front of it, and it'll be
exactly,
you moving forward.
exactly. Yep.
So, and we got Dr. Brown here where she just like she live resilience, no matter what she's believing and trusting in God that what it may look like is not what it's going to continue to look like. It don't even look like it that what people feel like it should look like right now. She's still moving.
Oh,
Like she
oh
said,
yeah.
she you moving on to Las Vegas, right?
Up out of here.
Las Vegas ain't gonna
Gone.
know what's about to come up in there for them. They want to
For
be like,
real.
hello,
Be
Dr.
a
Brown.
whole tornado up in that mud. Whole tornado. A dry spill or whatever, tumbleweeds. Woo.
Midwest energy. Going
Absolutely.
over there. So now, like, wow, like, how do you maintain? What are some things that you do to cope and to be able to maintain the positive attitude that you have?
I pray, I meditate, I do karaoke. Jacqueline, can you bring Jacqueline off a speaker? And we're gonna bust a line. What song you want to sing? One line you want to sing, Jack? Me and you.
I gave her, she said, and she's guiding her own care. That's most important. Elder entertainment.
Yeah,
Um,
she said elder. Be okay, nigga. I got you. Elder. The fuck? Okay. Is she gonna do something with it? Well, anyway, I like to do karaoke. I like to do comedy. Went to a trap burlesque event this past Saturday and tore it up. Understand me? Uh, Hosted by your girl Emerald Green, who is a spoken word Def Jam spoken word artist and a comedian. Has her own business called Griselda Negro. Griselda was the Colombian woman that came to the States and ran the cocaine trade for the cartel. But we doing TAC over here. We got your sliced pickles, we got your popcorn, we got the Ithaca strain, the sativa strain, we got the lemonade. As the guy from Good Times, I think it was, my name is Lenny, and if I ain't got it, you ain't got any. We got everything. So come with it. Come with it. But I'm gonna bust this one little note. I love me some Donny Hathaway. It's the first verse from first line from the song uh For All We Know. And it goes a little something like this. For all we know, we may never meet again. But before you go, make this moment sweet again. We won't say goodnight until the last minute. I'll hold out my hand and my heart will be. So that's the first verse of that song.
Okay. I know like you sound amazing. Well,
Thank
how
you.
does that song resonate with you?
It resonates where it's speaking about the fact that tomorrow is not promised, so you should take advantage of the moment that you have with whomever you have for that particular time. Because they said in the second verse, tomorrow may come for some. That means some gonna die. So that's how it resonates with me. And I like Donnie. He from Chicago. Unfortunately, he had mental health issues and he committed suicide. But he got his voice is banging. So is Luther's. There's a whole bunch of people I can name that I can sing. I could sing pretty much anything. Gospel, R&B, country. I can do it all.
Wow.
Cause my mama used to have me sing in front of her company. Me and my twin when we were 3 and 4. She's like, you never know who be listening. Come on out here and sing. So she'd always have my brother sing the Leverts. Pop, 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 goes my mind, goes my mind. So yeah, I've been singing forever. Ian, my twin, my sister, my little sister, she sings so low, you don't want to hear her singing. She a background singer. She is not a lead vocalist. So yeah.
Wow. We're given
Yeah.
this opportunity. Thank you for sharing that. We're given this opportunity to be on this podcast right now.
Yes, ma'am.
What is something that you would just like to lay out there? Just being authentically yourself, things that you feel like, because this on this podcast is a safe space for people healing from trauma and going through trauma.
Yeah.
No judgment zone. Um,
Yeah.
you're faced with a lot of things, that adversities that are going on. And it's not that
Mhm.
those, and I'm noticing you're handling it's not against you, you against them, you against that,
Yeah.
carrying it in with resiliency. So
Yeah.
this platform and given this opportunity, what is something that you were just like, I never got the opportunity to share it. I never got the opportunity just to feel and just be just in my element. This is your time.
Hmm. It basically will be uh, the opportunity to use my creative juices for the things that I know I can do, whether it's doing a podcast, open mic comedy, writing a play, directing a film. Those are the type of things that I would like to do now, because God is allowing things to line up. Because me and my friend Rebecca L. that went to Grambling State University with me, and we are part of the Sigma Alpha Iota International Fraternity for Women. She pledged me. We went to a trap burlesque event over the weekend, and we was cracking jokes. We was funnier than the comedians. So I would like to have an open mic thing hosted by Emerald Green, and me and Rebecca get on there and get down and pass out our cash app and go ahead and run me that money. So, cause that's what we did. I got $30 in cash app. I got $85 in hand, just for the fact that I can sing and I'm funny. You sexy motherfucker. All of that. So don't play with me. But as they say, don't try me. Try Jesus.
Well, I would like to bring at least one of those to fruition. I would like to
Okay.
have you work on creating your own podcast. So when we wrap up,
Okay. Let's go. Okay.
I would like to do your because I set up my own podcast. So my background is
Okay.
in technology. So I would like to help you set up the logo.
Ooh,
I'd like
that
to
is
help you set
awesome.
up the platform. We get that going because people out here need to know that your story, who you are, and your being. Like you said, God told you that you will be on the stage, giving your doing what you need to do. Who says it's a stage is not a virtual stage, as well as blessing a physical stage.
Exactly.
I would like to
Exactly.
So when we
Oh,
wrap
that
this
is
up,
so awesome.
it's hey, it's
That's
up
so
from
awesome.
there. Let's get this together. For
That's
real.
so awesome. I thank you for that. That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, we need to get cracking on that, friend. I got so many ideas. Let's go.
For
Let's
sure.
go.
Look,
Bring my people in. Bring my people in. Let's
you
go.
got
And
the
I'm also known, I call myself the connector because I know people across every genre, all across this country. I'm in connecting folks, man. It's amazing. Because I'm a people person. I have never met a stranger. My sister's like that too. But she like the girl. She a funeral hopper. She know everybody in Kansas City. Every time you turn around, she going to somebody's funeral, passing out programs and shit. I'm like, girl, if you don't sit down. But she know everybody.
like
She know everybody. Y'all said, oh my, like who funeral are you going to today? Name out somebody. Who was that? That's such 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 such. I said, okay, well call me when you get home. That nigga know everybody.
okay. Well, that's the more people you know, the more people you can get informed about your platform and what you're about to do. So the people that are
Oh,
listening, that's viewing right now, look out because in the next month or so, you about to see her popping out with her own podcast, her own platform, and keeping it real with you, sharing her
right,
journey.
right. I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, all
Yes,
right, sister.
yes.
HBCUer. So you're in Virginia now?
No, ma'am. So I because the program got big, I had to
Okay,
postpone to the fall. They had deferred me to the
okay,
fall this year. But the program is
okay,
psychology. It's cybersecurity
okay.
from a psychological perspective.
Oh
So
wow.
I don't know if you all are familiar with cyber CSI Cyber. The older back in the early 2000s, she's a cyber psychologist. So she goes
Oh
on,
wow.
finds online hackers and looks at their behavior.
Yes.
So
Oh
that's something
wow.
I want to do, but not working with CIA, FBI, or anything like that. It's more so doing
Yeah.
it on my own, tech wise and psychological. But it's at Norfolk State University, but it's online. This is something that I do.
Got you. Okay.
But eventually, I want to get my PhD, and I will. The cyber psychology program is for a year, and it's a Master of Science. So I'll be a cyber psychologist classified as a scientist, technical science, and then I want to
Yeah,
get. Go
I have a master's in health science research, a master's in public health, a bachelor's in biology, and my medical degree. I'm done with school.
Oh, I'll say I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna either go to because I have my undergrad is in criminal justice with a minor in psychology, and then I have my getting my master of science in cyber psychology, and after that it's either law school, which is to be a cyber attorney,
Oh, that'd be cool.
going to get my PhD in behavioral sciences, emphasis in neuroscience. So
Mm,
it's a lot about the mind that I love, not to use against people, but to help them in a way where I believe technology is going towards a way where it has a better understanding. Human beings are connecting with it. That's why we have electronic addiction. But yeah,
mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, we gonna get you straight. I'm gonna get you straight. Your podcast, everything is gonna be good, and I mean that. So
Okay. All
yeah.
right.
But let's transition into like I got a few more questions for you.
Okay.
Um, how do you integrate self care into your daily routine while undergoing treatment?
Well, I try to take baths. Unfortunately, the space I'm in now does not have a bathtub. So I either go to one of my soror's house or one of my breast cancer baddies' house to take a bath, like once every 2 weeks. The issue is I can never get out the bathtub. As in, nigga, I'm done. I'm ready to get out, but I can't get out. Cause either their tubs are too clean and I'm slipping and sliding. They don't have any bars, disable bars to get me on the side of the tub so I can ambulate and move. So the other day it took me 15 minutes to get out of my girl Priscilla's bathtub. It was a hot mess. But eventually I made it. I'm like, golly. I had to put a towel under my knees on in in the bathtub so I can stretch out over the side of the tub and just pull myself out. I've eventually figured that out. But that's too hard. I need to get me an occupational therapist and give me some tips. How do you get out this bathtub? These low bathtubs, these high bathtubs. Because man, So I gotta do that. So I do baths. I do massages. I love massages, especially if you can stretch me out good. So my feet swell a lot, and I always have pain in my right shoulder. So my masseuse Rick, who's a pickleball extravaganza person, he love him some pickleball. I don't know nothing about no pickleball, but he love me. He been trying to get me out there. But anyway, he stretches me out really good, massages my feet, take the swelling down, puts heat on with the stones and all of that. So I do that, and then listen to music because it calms the beast. Because there's a beast over here that has to pop out every now and then because these marks then got confused for a second. I had to correct them, put them back on track so they can walk down the path of Jerusalem where Moses walked and saw the person being beat and he had to kill him. So every now and then I got to put them on that. So that's what I do.
Okay.
Well, I
Okay.
tell you, I got stories, and the way I talk and present stories, you can actually see what I'm saying.
It gives
That's a
like
gift.
the Medea of the family. Would you identify yourself as that?
Absolutely. Because let me just tell you, friend, I don't have children. I've never been married. I will fuck a kid up. That's why I can't be a teacher. Because you come in here and talk crazy if you want to. I will beat the brakes off your ass. Don't do me. You better go talk to your mom or your daddy. Or do you know your daddy? Don't do me. Because you want to crack jokes, I will beat you, man. We can have a contest. You ready? Yeah, they not ready. Look at you
Oh,
smiling. You don't know what to do. Girl, I get it honestly. They call my mama Debo from the movie Friday. I get it
oh,
honestly.
so you get it from your mama, basically. That's what
I
you
get
say.
it from my mama. My daddy was a little bit milder, you know. My daddy was in the church. My mama wasn't doing none of that. She was the party goer. She liked to play big. She liked to drink her Canadian Mist and her Budweiser.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Girl,
Later.
I know, right?
Well,
You just cheesing.
I, I because I
You
know
don't know.
it's somebody on here too where I don't know if she's still on here. But y'all got similar personalities, but I think she mouthed it out like she definitely like
Oh,
little
okay.
what's name. I don't know if you still on here, Miss Carter. I
Who
don't
Miss
know.
Carter?
That's like one of my friends, my auntie, but she definitely.
Oh, I see.
Hmm. She definitely she y'all give the same vibe. There's so many people out here that's like that.
Yeah.
And it's important because I was just telling her it's a lot of young people where we sometimes we need that straight up like that Tyler Perry Medea energy. Like he created that persona, that alter ego of who she is to embody exactly what society is missing. And we were talking about last week about, I don't know if you watched Sisters,
Mm-hmm.
where Marie Willis read everybody at that table and
Yes, she
all the
did.
girls. And it was like, to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, imagine being able to have that wisdom just be right then and there. And
Right.
from an older to let me know that, hey, you messing up, but at the same time, it don't have to continue to be a messy situation. Continue to move forward and do what you need to do. So I was sharing that
Right.
with her. I'm like, real is real. We need that real to be recognized. And
Yeah.
people, we definitely listen when what's being said is it resonates, not like oh well, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
cut you, don't talk to you crazy. It has to be some depth to it, some full understanding of, okay, you really messing up right now. You know what I mean?
So here's
Whether
my question to you, friend.
okay,
You
yeah,
like Kendrick Lamar?
I do.
Did you see the Super Bowl halftime?
I did.
You know he's a Pulitzer Prize spoken word MC, right? Pulitzer Prize winner.
Hmm.
5 Grammys for They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
I actually
Cause
got a
you know
poetry
that's my
background.
man. That's my man.
I love spoken word. I got a poetry background myself. I started writing
Okay.
when I was like 7, and I started performing on a stage. My poetry when I was like 12, and then I published my first book with about my life story slash short story poems in 2019. So
Okay.
Yeah, with a publisher in Seattle, Washington. But
Okay.
yeah, I haven't written so long. I feel like writing transitions to be different. Writing was an outlet for me for
For
when I
real.
went through a lot of hurt and pain and trauma. But now that I'm walking
Hmm.
through the healing process, I feel
Yeah.
like it was also a crutch because I wrote instead of being able to speak my feelings. So
Got you.
now I know how to express that. I don't write as much, but I do write when I'm
Yeah, I understand.
when I feel hurt. I put that on a piece of paper for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, Miss Carter, I see you on here. I got your chat. Did you want to you trying to drop some questions or you trying to respond? Okay, I see it. I see it because that's the one I told you. Y'all got the same. Yeah, I got the
Oh,
same.
okay. Mhm. Mhm.
I call her Auntie Carlene. We go to the same church. It's like my mom's
Oh, okay.
friend.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, sure. But you mentioned therapy earlier. Or do you
Yes.
go to a therapy? Any other
I
therapies other than physical?
I no, I started out therapy in 23, and then the therapist transitioned to another healthcare system, and I just haven't identified somebody that I can connect with that understands where I'm coming from. So I haven't been able to identify anybody as of yet that's African American, preferably a male or female. I can't do nothing with these white folk. They don't know nothing about us. They not like us. They not like us. Yeah, they ain't gonna know nothing. Go sit down, Becky with the good hair.
You don't have to come up with your own chin or something like that for your podcast. They not like
I
that.
know, friend. I know.
I
I'ma
reach
get it. I'ma get it.
hit you some spoken word or something like that. Come on now.
Oh yeah, I got you. Whatever you need.
Yeah.
Whatever you want, whatever you need. I'm baby, I do it natural. Girl, don't get me on nobody stage. I can do anything.
Wow. It's just God is just so good for what
Yes, he is.
he
Yes,
is
he
doing
is.
in life and in just like the things before our eyes because we have no
Yes,
idea how God can use people in their adversities in their even in the good places that they may be in their life. It's important for us to know that God can use us and God can use
yeah,
people that we
absolutely.
least expect to bless us and be there for us.
Yes,
um
yes,
because like one of my favorite scriptures is and that God gave me that that saved my life. John 4:24. God is spirit, and they that believe in God must believe in God in spirit and in truth.
oh wow.
To me,
Come on, friend.
that's his promise that no matter what it may look like, what it may go on through, he has not left you nor forsake you. He is still there. He is still
Facts,
the breath through your lungs. He is still making sure you
facts.
have food to eat. And as long as we are on this earth, God is wanting to use us to do great things to bless
Absolutely, absolutely.
the ones that have been tuning into this. We are truly being blessed by someone that has just come through the fire and continue to come through it. And I'm not even referencing Shaka Khan, but if I am, then teach his own, because through the fire, what did through the
Through
wind?
the fire.
Yeah,
And Kanye, fucking bird, she, Rock Nation. My girl won't always with Delta. She threw up and always told that period Delta sign. Come on, friend. They don't know nothing about that. They
yeah,
not like us. They not like us. Come on, friend.
yes.
Kanye, but he crazy than a mark. Has not been right in my opinion since his mama died. And them Kardashians be putting hexes on folk. They got men going turning themselves to women and girl, don't get me started on that.
It's been a
They
lot
got a
going
lot going on in that household. A lot, a lot, a lot.
on for sure. And it's like with the
Yeah.
things going on in the world, like for me, like I've done my best to not look at what's going on in the world. I have my opinion sometimes, but look at the world that God
Yeah,
wants me to focus on, which is like really, we can't change the world and fix the things in the world until we actually work and look within and fix those things within ourselves. And then we
I
can make
agree.
the impact that need to be made.
I
Um,
agree.
we got to be open. And in that, it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, if God has put us in situations or have us in a situation, what is He using us to be an advocate for? What is He using us to
Right.
be prosperous in? Um,
Right.
even when it don't look and feel like what we want it to look and feel like. And I'm grateful that you were able to bless the platform today with all of these, your resilience, your advice, your authenticity, because not a lot of people understand and embrace the realness that comes with the thing may be going through. There's some people may be in
Yeah,
denial, or other people they may not agree with certain things that may be said. But like
that's
I said,
true.
space is a safe space for people healing from trauma. It don't have to look the way you want it to look, feel the way you want it to feel, or be relayed the way you want it to be relayed. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, somebody may not agree with how you may be able to relate or say it or go about it.
Exactly.
But if
Exactly.
it's affecting somebody, then keep it moving. You know what I mean?
Right.
If the shoe fit, then the shoe fit. If it don't fit, then it don't fit. You know?
Exactly.
Keeping it real. But in this, like, is there any questions that you have for me? Transitions, any questions you have for me, or anything you would like to share as we begin to wrap up this podcast episode?
No, I'm good, sis. Little sis.
All right. Well, I want to give thanks for you being here, but also during this time, I want to give the people in the comments the opportunity to shout out, questions or shout you out or whatever it may be. Drop some questions that you all may have, or better yet, if you want to give Dr. Stephanie Brown some encouragement, please drop that, you all, because we are in times right now where we truly need to be in support of each other, especially as women, as Black women. Drop some encouraging words in the chat. And also, if you have not hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you always know when the new episode is dropping. Yes, and like and share. Jacqueline Witherspoon said, keep your immediate space safe and loving. And
Indeed.
Miss Carlin Carter said, amen, God has us. And without Jacqueline Witherspoon said, without order, there is chaos. You have to maintain your own peace.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. And if there's no any other questions or comments or that anybody wants to drop in the chat right now, I'm going to transition to the outro. And I appreciate you all for tuning in. You could share this video and you can encourage anybody to subscribe. If you've watched today and you watched any other videos and you want to be a guest on the podcast, I would love to have you as a guest. Please
Okay.
reach out to Dr. Stephanie Brown, and if you are inquiring about being on the podcast and you know her, or if you know my mom, Rashana Freeman, reach out to her. Or you can actually reach out to me at Persperity. That's PERSPERITY podcast at gmail.com. And I will get back to you and we'll get a date set and get a topic together. And I would love to have you on the podcast.
All
Um,
right now.
Jacqueline Witherspoon says she's doing this fight of a warrior. Rashana Freeman says, love you, my friend, and always praying for you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, y'all. I hope you find
All right.
inspiration in Stephanie Brown's incredible journey of resilience, healing, and hope as she battles stage 4 breast cancer. Her story is powerful and it's a reminder of strength as we all possess. Don't forget to subscribe to Prosperity Podcast on YouTube. Follow us on social media platforms. Your support helps us spread these important messages far and wide. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and share with your friends and family. Join us next week for another enlightening episode where we continue to explore stories that inspire and uplift. Thank you for listening. Until next week, prioritize your mental well being. And remember, mindful moments equal prosperous lives.
All right now.
All right. And
Well, thanks for having me.
you are welcome. Miss Carlin Carter says to say that you are the bomb.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we are transitioning out. And thank you again. I'm about to play this theme song. Continue to drop in the chat if you need to. And we'll be in communication about setting up that podcast.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
In the shadows we find our light. To To the struggles we will take
Tune in
flight.
next week.
Healing hearts and mending minds. Together we'll leave the past behind. Welcome to Prosperity Podcast, where hope is found. Voices rising up, breaking new ground. With every story shared, we grow and learn. In this journey of healing, it's our turn. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Ooh, yeah. Mindful moments equal prosperous lives. Trauma whispers, but love will shout. In this space of trust, there's no doubt. We'll explore the depths of pain and grace, finding strength in every embrace. Welcome to Prosperity Podcast.